Hey guys, today I wanted to just go over everything I picked up in the month of July. Um, it was a kind of a light month considering all the deals. I didn't get as much as I hoped or intended, but I feel like I got some quality stuff and I just wanted to show you real quick. But before that, like and subscribe. So the first thing I picked up was I got this from Barnes and Noble when I went looking for Criterions. It's a Blu-ray copy of Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven. He directed it, and it's an amazing movie. Next, I got this off of eBay. I didn't really care about getting the 4K, but it's Saturday Night Fever. I can't remember who directed this. Let me see. John Badham directed it, but and it was written by Norman Wexler. I remember seeing it as a kid, and I always liked it because it was the movie where the guy had the Rocky poster in his room. And but it's a good movie in its own right, and I even like Staying Alive quite a bit, the sequel, even though that one gets trashed by people. But I'm glad I have it in my collection. Next, I got David Lynch's Dune. I've watched half of it again and haven't put it back in, so I guess the not finishing this movie shall continue. I did like it quite a bit more after watching the newer Dunes, and I understood the plot a lot more. This one just kind of throws you into the world, but now that I have a layout of where I am, this one makes a lot more sense. But it seems like a really rushed version of what the two new Dunes did. So I appreciate it. I like a lot of the special effects and the look of it, but it is not as good. And but I'm glad I own it. It's a David Lynch movie, so you got to support, the Lynch brothers. You know what I mean? All right. Next, I got Crimes of the Future. Picked this up from Big Lots for $4. Pretty good David Cronenberg movie. Liked it quite a bit. I actually watched it, I feel like, the same night when I watched Infinity Pool. So there's a nice symmetry to that, and Kristen Stewart's good in it. I liked her in it. Viggo Mortensen's good in it. I need to watch it again because I feel like I need to refresh myself on everything that happened in it. But I was definitely entertained by it. I also got this at Big Lots. This is a spaghetti western collection. Well, and on this it just says Western double feature, but on the back it says spaghetti western. But it's a movie called Fort Yuma Gold, and I can never remember this title. Damned Hot Day of Fire, right? Yeah. But so this movie was originally called Gatling Gun, and this movie was originally called For a Few Extra Dollars. So it's kind of like a Dollars trilogy ripoff. Both spaghetti westerns. I haven't watched them yet. The reviews seem pretty marginal when I looked them up on Letterboxd, but I was excited to own it. I found it at Big Lots. I think it was $4 also. And the thing that grabbed me is Ennio Morricone did the music for one of them, and I guess that just sealed it for me. Is Quentin Tarantino's that it's some of his favorites. So I've seen some Tarantino recommendations that are dubious, that I've watched them based on his recommendation and didn't love it as much as he was praising it. But I don't know. It's worth a shot. It's worth owning, and who can hate on spaghetti westerns, right? Next, we're going to get into the Criterions I picked up this month. So if you saw my Criterions, it's just going to be the same stuff again. But Peeping Tom, still have not watched it. I watched the first 30 of it and enjoyed that so far, but I can't wait to finish it. Next, I got Malcolm X here, and one of Spike Lee's best movies. And I can't wait. Maybe Criterion will get around to putting out He Got Game for me. But awesome. I also got On the Waterfront, great Marlon Brando movie. Elia Kazan. Oh God, I can never pronounce that dude's name. Elia Kazan. Oh God, I'm butchering it, but whatever. You get it. It's an American classic right here. I also got Seven Samurai. I've actually put this one in. I've watched this particular disc since I've bought it, and it's as good as I remember. Amazing movie, best samurai movie ever made, maybe. But I really enjoy it. It holds up from when I was, 15 when I first watched it to now. Great. I also got George Romero's Night of the Living Dead. This is the one from 1969 or 68, and it's a great movie. I saw it in theaters when Regal put it out with my cousin a while back, and I'm glad I finally own it. So I own Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and Land of the Dead now, and that's probably as far as I'm gonna go. I don't see a reason to own Diary of the Dead or any of that shit. So next I got Polyester, probably my favorite John Waters movie I've seen so far. I've seen, I've seen Multiple Maniacs, Desperate Living, this, Crybaby, and I think that's it. But I need to catch up with more of the Divine ones, and the ones featuring Divine, and but so far this one's my favorite. This one is hilarious, it's disturbing, it's just a good time all around. One issue I had, and I didn't know if I should contact Criterion at all, is it didn't come with the smell card that it was supposed to. It says it includes a scratch and sniff odorama card, but mine didn't have that in it, so I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong to deserve this. Next I got Mean Streets, one of my favorite Scorsese movies. I just love the vibe of this movie. I love the music in it. I love the camera movements. I love the look, the gritty cinematography. It's just, it's one of my favorites. He's made great movies, but I don't know if he'll ever do better than this for me. Next, I got Barry Lyndon. Probably my favorite Stanley Kubrick movie. It's the last Stanley Kubrick movie I held off of watching because I swore it would be fucking boring. And then I watched it and it turned into be one of my favorites. I love movies where people are being duplicitous or they're getting away with something. So this falls right into that. And the cinematography is beautiful. I love the historical elements to it and just everything about it. It's just a beautiful movie. Ghost World, Terry Zwigoff film. I was also looking for his documentary that they put on Criterion, Crumb, which had some similar themes to this. I mean, even though it's a documentary, but they didn't have it. But I'm glad I finally got this. I've been eyeing this since they released it. So it's finally in the collection. I can stop worrying about owning Ghost World. And finally, for the month of July, guys, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Probably my favorite high school movie ever made. I think it's the first Nick Cage movie. I think he barely talks in it, but you see him every once in a while. And it's just really great. It goes through a whole year of a high school with different characters, and it's just great. From the music, Amy Heckerling directed it, who she went on to do like Clueless, and she did the Look Who's Talking movies and several other things. But yeah, I'm glad I got this too. I didn't want the basic Blu-ray of this. I'm glad I got the more I guess special version. I didn't mention before that Cameron Crowe actually wrote it too, and I think he infiltrated a real high school and took some of the experiences of those kids and put it in this movie. And I believe he wrote a book about it first. But he went on to direct great films too. And but I'm glad I own it. All right, guys. So what do you think? What do you think of my July haul? Is it good? Let me know in the comments. Did you get any? What did you get for Criterion month of July? And I don't know. What did you get? What was your favorite thing you bought? My favorite thing was probably that Mean Streets. But what was your favorite thing? Hit subscribe. Why haven't you subscribed yet? Why are you still watching and you haven't subscribed? Like and subscribe.